Hello students, welcome to the series of heterocyclic compound. This lecture series is for basic part 2nd organic chemistry and covers unit number 3 heterocyclic compounds. Lecture number 1 delivered by Professor U.S.Shelke, Assistant Professor in Chemistry, Department of Chemistry, AC College, Ramannagar, Burli, Sangli, Maharashtra. In this series of lecture, we will study about heterocyclic compound, introduction of heterocyclic compound, classification of heterocyclic compounds, types of heterocyclic compound, study in detail some heterocyclic compounds. Number 1, pyrrole, their structure, properties, method of synthesis and chemical reactions of pyrrole. Number 2, pyridine, structure, properties, method of synthesis and chemical reactions of pyridine. Number 3, quinoline, their structure, properties, method of synthesis and chemical reactions of quinoline. Last, that is 4, andol, structure, properties, method of synthesis and their chemical reactions. We will study all these topics in this lecture series one by one. First of all, introduction. A cyclic compound is one which contains a cyclic structure having at least two different kinds of atom in their rings. The compound having closed ring structure are called cyclic compounds. In many cyclic compounds which you might have studied so far, like benzene, cyclopentane, naphthalene, anthracene, etc., these rings are made up of only carbon atoms. Such compounds are called homocyclic compounds or carbocyclic compounds. When one or more nuclear carbon are replaced by corresponding number of heteroatoms, the rings form is termed as heterocyclic ring. A heteroatom is a polyvalent atom other than carbon found in ring. Most commonly found heteroatom in the order of priority are oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur and phosphorus. This cyclic or ring compound containing one or more heteroatom in their ring system are called heterocyclic compound. Example: pyrrole, furan, thiophene, pyridine, benzofuran, benzopyrrole, benzothiophene, quinoline, isoquinoline. So these are the examples of heterocyclic compounds, in which some are 5-membered, some are 6-membered, and some are condensed or fused polynuclear hydrocarbon. So next point is we will see the classifications of heterocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic compounds are broadly divided into two groups on the basis of their rings. So first one, that is A, mononuclear heterocyclic compound, B, polynuclear heterocyclic compounds. First of all, we will see the mononuclear heterocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic compound containing only one ring are known as mononuclear heterocyclic compounds. Mono means one, nuclear means ring. It has only one ring in their structure. For example, furan, pyrrole and pyridine. They are also classified into two groups. The ring is formed as 5-membered or 6-membered depending on their ring size. These mononuclear heterocyclic compounds are divided into two categories. One is 5-membered heterocyclic compound. Second is 6-membered heterocyclic compounds. Number 1, 5-membered heterocyclic compound. Heterocyclic compound containing 5 atoms in their rings are known as 5-membered heterocyclic compounds. So here we will see the example furan. Here there are 4 carbon atom and 1 oxygen atom as a heteroatom constitutes a ring called as 5-membered heterocyclic compounds. A name is furan. In second example, that is pyrrole. Pyrrole contains 4 carbon atom and 1 nitrogen atom as a heteroatom. it forms the 5-membered ring, then it comes under the 5-membered heterocyclic compound. Similarly, thiophene contains 4 carbon and 1 sulfur atom, so it is a 5-membered compound. Second classification is that 6-membered heterocyclic compound. Heterocyclic compound containing 6 atoms in their ring is known as 6-membered heterocyclic compounds. So here we take example, that is pyridine. Pyridine contains 5 carbon atom and 1 nitrogen atom. If we consider as a benzene, in benzene all 6 carbon atom are same, it is called as carbocyclic ring or homocyclic ring. One of the carbon get replaced by the nitrogen, it forms pyridine. Pyridine is a 6-membered heterocyclic compound containing 1 nitrogen atom or 1 hetero atoms in it. Second example is pyrazine. In pyrazine, there are 4 carbon atom and 2 nitrogen atom constitute a ring. So this is the 6-membered compound, heterocyclic compound containing 2 hetero atoms respectively. Next is polynuclear heterocyclic compounds. Poly means many, nuclear means ring, more than one ring. Compound containing more than one ring and heteroatom is called as polynuclear heterocyclic compounds. So heterocyclic compound containing more than one ring are known as polynuclear heterocyclic compounds. Example is benzofuran, benzopyrrole, benzothiophene, quinoline, isoquinoline. So these are the examples. Next, classification of the heterocyclic compound on the basis of nature of atoms. It is based on the nature of atom. As we know, the heteroatoms are the polyvalent atom other than carbon atom, that is oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. So these heterocyclic compounds are again divided into different categories depending on their heteroatom. Number 1, oxygen heterocyclic compounds. They contain oxygen as a heteroatom. Example is furan. Nitrogen heterocyclic compound. They contain nitrogen as a heteroatom. Example is pyridine. Sulfur heterocyclic compound. They contain sulfur as a heteroatom. Then example is thiophene. 5-member heterocycles with 1 and 2 heteroatoms. So these heterocyclic compounds are again divided into number of heteroatom present in it. So some are 5-member heterocycles containing 1 heteroatom and some are 5-member heterocyclic compound containing 2 heteroatoms. So first 5-membered heterocyclic compound containing 1 heteroatom as furan, pyrrole and thiophene. 5-membered heterocycles containing 2 heteroatom isojazole, ozazole, pyrazole, imidazole, isothiazole and thiazole. These are the examples of 5-membered heterocycle with 1 and 2 heteroatom in it. Next is the 6-membered heterocycles with 1 and 2 heteroatom in it. So first of all, 6-membered heterocyclic ring containing 1 heteroatom, example is pyridine. Next is 6-membered heterocycle containing 2 heteroatom in it. Example is 1,2-diazine, 1,3-diazine, 1,4-diazine. So these are the 6-membered heterocycle containing 2 heteroatom in it. Another classification of heterocyclic compound, that is called as condensed heterocyclic compound, 1 and 2 heteroatoms. So here condensed means both more than one ring are present in the heterocyclic compounds. So example is benzofuran, benzothiophene, benzopyrrole, commonly called as endol. So condensed heterocyclic compounds containing 2 heteroatom, example is benzazole, benzothiazole, benzoimidazole. So these are the examples of condensed heterocyclic compounds. So this is all about what is meant by heterocyclic compound, their classifications. So we will see in next lecture or series what is meant by heterocyclic compound and study of some heterocyclic compounds we will see in second lecture, which is coming soon.